What if I told you that some of the most powerful work you can do for your knees doesn't happen standing up, doesn't happen in the gym, and doesn't require pain, sweat, or pushing through discomfort? What if I told you it happens right here, while you're sitting still? Most people believe strong knees are built through big movements, squats, lunges, long walks, or hours on your feet. And when those movements start to hurt, people assume the problem is age. But here's the truth most people never hear. For those of us over 60, strength is no longer just about motion. It's about connection. It's about teaching your body to trust itself again. Because when the knees begin to feel unstable, painful, or unpredictable, what really disappears isn't muscle, it's confidence. Confidence to stand, confidence to walk, confidence to move without fear, and that loss of confidence slowly shrinks a person's world. But today, we're going to change that. In this video, I'm going to guide you through 5 seated exercises that go far beyond simply moving your legs. These movements are designed to reignite communication between your brain, your muscles, and your joints, helping you walk with more ease, stand with more control, and reduce knee discomfort over time. Even if you've seen chair exercises before, I promise you, this is different. This isn't about forcing your body to behave like it did at 30. It's about working with your body, the way it is now. So grab a sturdy chair, find a quiet moment for yourself, and let's begin this journey together. And before we start, take a second to tell me your name and where you're watching from in the comments. This community matters, and I'd love to know you're here. As a physical therapist who's worked with thousands of adults over 60, I want you to understand something important before we begin. Pain and stiffness in the knees are rarely just a knee problem. They're often a communication problem. Over time, arthritis, injuries, inactivity, or even fear of movement can disrupt the messages traveling between your brain and your joints. When those signals weaken, the nervous system becomes cautious. It tightens, it hesitates, it overprotects. And suddenly, simple actions, standing up, stepping down a curb, climbing stairs, feel risky. Seated exercises remove the threat. They allow your nervous system to relax, listen, and relearn without fear. That's why these movements work so deeply, and why they're often more effective than standing exercises for rebuilding confidence. Now let's begin. Rebuilding brain to knee trust. Let's start with something that looks simple, but carries real power. Sit tall near the edge of a firm chair, feet flat on the floor, knees bent at about 90 degrees. Roll your shoulders back and down. Let your spine grow tall. Now slowly extend your right leg forward, straightening the knee as much as feels comfortable. No forcing, no locking. Hold for a slow count of 3, then gently lower. Repeat on the other side. Aim for 10 to 20 repetitions per leg for 2 to 3 sets. If fully straightening your leg feels difficult, simply slide your heel forward along the floor. You'll still activate the thigh muscles. To make it more challenging, add a light ankle weight or increase the hold to 5 seconds. Why this matters? This isn't just about strengthening your quadriceps. When you straighten your leg in a controlled way, you're sending a powerful message to your nervous systems. I still have control here. With age, the brain often becomes hesitant around painful joints. That hesitation creates stiffness, guarding, and fear. This movement retrains your brain to send clear, confident signals to your knee, and a stronger quadriceps muscle does something incredibly important. It reduces pressure inside the knee joint with every step you take. But even more importantly, it reduces fear. That hesitation you feel when standing, that's not weakness, it's protection. This exercise begins to dismantle that fear, one quiet movement at a time. Scoot to the edge of your chair, feet flat, knees bent. Sit tall, shoulders relaxed. Now press your heels gently into the floor, as if you're trying to push the ground away. Hold for a slow count of 3, then release. Repeat 10 to 12 times for 2 to 3 sets. To make it easier, press lightly, To increase the challenge, press harder until your hips almost lift off the chair. Why this matters? Most people think knee weakness comes from the knees alone. In reality, it's the entire support system, thighs, hamstrings, calves, glutes, that slowly weakens. This exercise wakes up that forgotten network. Because there's no visible movement, your joints stay safe, yet deep stabilizing muscles activate powerfully. This is how your body learns to fire multiple muscles at once, exactly what's needed to stand up, climb stairs, or catch yourself from a stumble. Even better, this contraction pumps blood and nutrients into your legs without joint stress. For arthritis, this is gold. Every press is like turning on a hidden safety net beneath you. Sit tall near the edge of your chair, feet flat, knees bent. Slowly step your right foot out to the side, moving your knee and ankle together as one unit. Then return to center, alternate sides. Do 10 to 20 repetitions total for 2 to 3 sets. To make it easier, reduce the distance. To make it harder, add a resistance band around the knees. Why this matters? This exercise targets one of the most overlooked muscles in the body, the gluteus medius, your side, hip stabilizer. This muscle keeps you upright. When it's weak, knees collapse inward, steps become unstable, and fall risk increases. Side control is where many older adults struggle, stepping into cars, turning while carrying groceries, adjusting on uneven ground. This movement trains that control safely from a chair. You're giving your body a blueprint for balance. Sit tall near the front of your chair. Place a pillow, yoga block, or rolled towel between your knees, feet flat, knees bent. Gently squeeze the object between your knees. Hold for 3 seconds. Relax. Repeat 8 to 12 times for 2 to 3 sets. Why this matters? The inner thighs, your adductors, control how your knees track during movement. When weak, knees wobble inward, stressing the joints. But here's what most people don't realize. These muscles connect directly to your pelvic floor and lower core. When activated, they stabilize your hips, spine, and posture. That means better balance, safer steps, and yes, even improved bladder control. This small squeeze activates your body from the inside out. Sit tall, feet flat. Lift your heels while keeping toes down. Lower slowly. Now lift your toes while keeping heels planted. Alternate. Do 10 to 20 repetitions for 2 to 3 sets. Why this matters? Your calves push you forward. Your shins lift your feet. Weakness here causes shuffling, tripping, and stair difficulty. But there's more. These muscles act like a second heart, pumping blood back toward your heart and reducing swelling. For anyone who sits often, this keeps your legs alive and alert. Here's the truth. Consistency beats intensity. Every time. You don't need to do all 5 exercises every day. Start with 2 or 3, 2 to 3 times per week. Focus on how your body feels, not perfection. If something feels easy, add a challenge. If something feels off, scale back. And remind yourself, this isn't just exercise. This is maintenance for the life you want to live. If you made it this far, pause for a moment. Take a breath, because you didn't just move your legs. You invested in your independence. You reminded your body, I'm still here, I'm still in charge. These movements may look simple, but they're quietly rewiring your nervous system, rebuilding trust, and protecting your future. Aging doesn't mean shrinking your world, it means adapting wisely. And with movements like these, you're not working against age, you're working with it. Smarter, gentler, just as powerful. Like this video so more people over 60 can find it. Subscribe for safe, science-based movement guidance. Share this with a friend or loved one who struggles with knee pain. And comment below which exercise felt the most helpful for you today. Because the most important thing about movement is this. It keeps you moving forward. And I'm honored to be walking that journey with you.